Hello, thank you so much for joining me, and today we're going to be doing crafts with mudlarking finds. Well, before I do a craft, I just wanted to show you all the pipe bowls that I've collected since making that glass pipe bowl picture frame thing. So if you can see, I found this. All these have been found in about the past 3 or 4 weeks. It's the most we've ever found. So we've got quite a few with something on, and this one, you see, it says O'Brien's Dublin. Okay, we've got a couple like that, and then we've got this one here. It's broken, but it's quite fancy. You can see swirly patterns on it and a little star on the heel. Yes, that's a broken but a nice one. There's this one, our first harp one, and that says Erin underneath it. It's got TW there, and then it's got the heart there. Did I hear Northern Mudlark say that's for striking the match? I think so. I think that was in a video a couple of weeks ago. Yep. And a few plain ones as well. Go. A few plain ones, but full. This one that's virtually full is certainly the full length of the pipe. We've got the end on it there, right up to the bowl. It's just got a little bit missing here and a little bit missing out the back there, but that is a little short pipe. Yeah, broken, big chunk of a pipe bowl. Yeah, I think it did have a make on it there, a maker's mark on it there, but it's completely gone. Oops, sorry, can't see. If it was, I can't see what it was. And this one, which I thought, but at the time it was my best pipe bowl find out. I mean, look at the detail on that, the flowers. It's a hand, look, holding a bunch of flowers. Isn't that lovely? And I thought that was my best pipe bowl. And then Mick spotted this on the floor. Oops. Look at that, knobbly and textured as well, so it's not just a knobbly one, it's a textured one. There's that bit better, sorry. And it's got quite a bit of pipe stem on it too. So yeah, so all these can go in that glass block. So let's just put those, and this one that Julie sent me, this is like a reproduction pipe. This was sent to me by Julie, but that will also go in. So let's just move those to one side for one moment, and I'll just show you a few of the things that I've mended. When I say, oh, it's only got a chip in it, all I need to do is mend it, I'll just show you a few of the things that I've done. So if you remember the other week we did moulds, and I made a mould of the handle, and that it was for this jug. So I moulded the handle, stuck it on. I stuck the handle on with silicone glue, and then these chunky bits here were clay. So I stuck it, silicone glue, and then I put clay around the base to stick it even further, and that is a solid handle. That is a solid handle. The silicone makes all the difference with that, but that is a beautiful. And there was a couple of just little dinks out the glaze, but I just gilded them because that is a beautiful, beautiful jug, and the lip was a little bit damaged. But yeah, that's mended, so that is like a little posy jug. So that's one I've mended. Here's another one. I mended a jug that didn't have a handle on it, so there you go. I found a handle, siliconed it on, clay. I didn't gild the handle. I only gilded that handle because it was a plaster handle, one that I'd cast. That one's a real handle. So I stuck that on and then just mended the little bit of the lip there and gilded it. But yeah, another usable posy jug for putting some flowers in maybe. This cup just had the tiniest little dink in the side there. So just mended that. It had its handle still. So yeah, little cup. That's mended. And there was this vase. 2 little bees on it. Little tiny bud vase. And it just had that lip broken. And I think it was on one that you saw on camera, and I just said I could mend it, and I could. There you go. You just use your clay, and then you can sand it, but you know what, you don't have to sand it that much because the gilding flakes really do hide a multitude of lumps and bumps. So yeah, I like that because it's got the 2 bees on it. It's very nice. Also this, I love this. I love the shape of this. I have no idea what would be in this, but it's lovely. But it had a dink. You can't see it because I painted it, but it had a dink here. Yeah, there. So just put a bit of plaster, just put a bit of clay on it to the shape, and then just put a bit of paint on it. So that is, you know, fully usable little thing for something. And this one, I love the shape of this. I love it. I love the patterns. But the lip, again, had a bit of a chunk missing. So I put clay on it, shaped it, and painted it with that sand colour, and paint. So that is now more usable. And this, it was broken. It had a chunk missing out of it here, but I've just filled it with the clay and just painted it, and then a hole in the bottom. So I've just stuck a load in the bottom there because it just said, I thought I was going to use it as a plant pot, so the hole didn't matter. But then I thought, you know what, that actually looks all right. That looks okay like that. So yeah, that's made that usable. I haven't finished this one yet. This one was the duck, and his beak was a little bit missing. So I put a new top beak on him with a bit of clay, and I just need to figure out how to mend the rest of him. And last but not least is this jug. It had its handle, which makes a nice change. It just needed a couple of little dinks on the lip mending. There you go, another little posy jug. Looks nice with flowers in. So yeah, I just wanted to show you when I say that, oh, that's an easy make, that's an easy fix, I can mend that. I do, that's what I do. I just go around fixing all these little imperfections, these little breakages. Right, let me pop these away and then we'll start our craft. So when I went to Icy Dump, I found this door handle. And it was fine, just had a little nick out of it here, just a little thing there. And I just put some clay on it and just filled it. But then, I don't know if I found that first or I found it second. But at Icy Dump, the one in Yorkshire, I found this. Do you remember? This little like elf. Only it had that arm missing. So Mick, has made him a little arm. Okay, and so when I saw that and I saw that, I don't know about you, but that looked like a toadstool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that into a toadstool to sit him on. I'm not going to paint him because I like it white, but I'm going to paint that. But also I thought, well, that's not enough. That's not enough of a craft just to paint a doorknob. So what I've got is a mould, and this mould, It's a little dome for him to sit in. Okay, all will be revealed very, very shortly when I've made it. So first of all, we need resin. And so for the top part of the dome, we're going to use clear resin. It's a 50-50. I don't like using clear just because I have to wait so long for it to set. It's like, it's either 24 hours or 48 hours, I don't know. But either way, let's give it a bit of a shake. I don't like using clear just because of the time it takes to set. Okay, but it's a 50-50 mix for the dome. So what I did with this, I filled it with water, or I put water in it, and I put that in it so that all the excess water came out. Then I carefully took that out and I marked where the water line is, so I know that the resin, if I put the resin up to that point there, when I stick that in, it will rise like the water did to the top. Okay, so first part is to mix some clear resin. We've got an A and a B. Let me show you. Epoxy resin. I think I just got this one off Amazon. And then there's a B hardener. Okay, I've already marked it on here. There is markings on here, but I've just done it in a black felt tip so I can see it clearer. To be honest, I don't know how much resin this will take, but I've other moulds. I can pour any excess into the other moulds, so nothing will get wasted. Yeah, I don't like using the clear just because of the long set time, but I can't really do a dome in a coloured resin, can I? So that goes up to the second line. Right, so I know that that's 50-50 of each. Get something to stir it with. I think you've got quite a long working time with this as well. Don't forget, I'm not actually a resin expert, so I'm sure there's lots of experts out there who'll tell you I'm doing it wrong. But this is the way I'm doing it, and it worked for me last time. Where's my mark? There it is. So let's pour the resin in. I think that actually is the perfect amount, so that's worked out nicely. And that was the 30 mark and the 60 mark, so whatever that is, 60 mils, is it, do you think? 60 mils of the resin for this. Obviously this isn't a mould that I've made, this is a mould I've bought. Okay, so let me just wipe the end of that. Alright, 1 second. And then we'll get this. Actually, that doesn't look full enough. That does not look full enough, so I'm going to mix some more. Better to be safe than sorry. So what I'm going to do, up to the 10 mil mark. Okay. So I would just feel better with a little bit more of that in. So 10 mils, 10 more mils of that one. And then we'll take it to the black mark with that one. Yeah. Better to do it right, isn't it? Because you have got a long work time with the resin, it's okay to do it this way. Right, I'm just going to add that in there. Right, I'm going to do it on here because any spillages will go onto the tray. There we go, that's much better. Is there any enough of this? Let me get a mould. Let's see, there might be enough for a frozen Charlotte. Let's get this tape. Always have your moulds to hand, just in case. Oops. Just in case you have a bit of resin left over. Let me just clean it out. Just going to pour that in there. Sorry. Because the frozen Charlotte is so tiny, you need to do it slow. Might as well pour it in the rest of the, in the head. Might get something usable. Okay. Right, so we've done the dome. That needs to be left to dry. Read the instructions. I think it's either 24 hours or 48 hours, I'm not quite sure. And then we want to do the base. So this is the base mould. Okay, just let me get the glitter off it. Yeah, make sure your moulds are clean. Right, I'm going to do the base in white. White is a clear set. White is a quick set. Sorry, resin. Give it a good shake, because if you don't give it a good shake, it doesn't work. I know that. Okay, let's get a new one. I'll probably take 2 lots of this one as well. So we have to work a bit quicker with this one. So a 30 and a 60. But probably have to do that twice. Okay, that's 30. There we go. So this mould, I got it off Amazon, but they sell them on eBay, and I think they're called something like dice shaker moulds, something like that. I think you're supposed to put dice in it and shake it. I don't know. Or dice shaker dome mould, something like that. It's very inexpensive. It's about, I don't know, it's about £6, something like that. But perfect for putting, you know, little bits and pieces in. Right, I think we've done that one now. Right, so let's pour this one into this base mould. Let's make sure it's flat. Okay, that one's full. Let's see what the moulds we've got. Right, don't like to waste any resin. So I like to put it into moulds. Oops, it's a long bit. Okay, we've got anything else? What have we got? No, I think that's it. Right, okay. Just need to leave all of those to dry. I've got those setting now to one side. So we're going to concentrate on doing the mushroom now, I think. I think what I'm going to do is, colour wise, I'm going to do underneath here first in brown. So it was like the underneath of the mushroom or the stem, whatever. Yeah, again, just using these little acrylic paints. I really need to get a better selection of colours. Right. Don't forget to cover your table as well. There we go, I'll just leave it brown. I've not done the top because the top's going to be red anyway. Just going on the edges. But I have gone right to the bottom, even though I'm going to do some grass on the bottom there. But yeah, just giving it, I don't know if you can see the colour on there. This light's very bright, sorry. I might try and turn it down. But yeah, I've just put the brown underneath there. I'm just going to try and turn this light down. Let's see if that's a little bit better. Yeah, you see, just giving it that brown coat of paint. It's my paint where I put my fingers. Yep, and let's leave that to dry. In the end, I gave it a coat all over, actually. Well, 2 coats. It has 2 coats of that sand colour. It looks alright. I thought I might as well do it all over like a primer. But yep, so what I want to do now, underneath, I want to do something a bit darker. So, I've got this one. Okay, so I gave that 2 coats of that sand coloured paint in the end, and I did it all over. So just like a base coat all over. And so what I want to do next is underneath, like a mushroom, I just want to do some darker lines under there. And this is the only darker paint I've got, so this is the one we're using. Yeah, it's a little bit darker. So yeah, I'm going to use some of that. And I'm going to use, I'm going to find a finer a finer paintbrush. toothbrush. Good. Right, let's see how this goes. So just underneath, just try and bring it up a bit closer to you. Oops. Don't load it up too much. Can you see that? Just made like lines underneath. Okay, to make it look a bit like mushroom-like. So yeah, just going to leave that to dry. Right, let's do the green. Just going to stick, let's dry yet. Just going to stick some, give it a shake actually. Always remember to shake these little ones. Right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do blades of grass along the bottom there. I've never done anything like this before, so I have no idea how this is going to turn out. So I'm just sort of crisscrossing and then filling in the bottom. Just taking it in different directions, really. Honestly, if you saw, I mean, Mick cuts out a lot of the rubbish, but if you saw all the calamities that I have while filming, you'd wonder how I get anything done, honestly. I make so many mistakes and things go wrong and what have you, but you'd never know because Mick cuts it all out, and I don't know how he does it, but in the end, he always produces something that's really quite watchable. But honestly, I make lots of mistakes, and it's alright to make lots of mistakes, it doesn't matter, because we get there in the end. Right, so I'll just go along the bottom, filling those bottom bits that don't have green on. Right, and there you go. So we've got the underneath there, we've got the grass there, and next what we can do is the red on the top. So let me just wash this brush and then we'll get started on the top. Okay, let's have to be shook. Let's stick some red in here. Right, let's use that. So we want to do the top of this red. This is actually a really nice colour red. I'll show you that red again actually. I didn't show you what it was called, so I will show you that again at the end. Right, this is going to be tricky. Okay. I can't lift it up now, so just have to bear with me. Okay, I think you can see. Alright, that's a bit, and this paint actually dries really quickly. So we've got it nice and red now, and you know what, one coat is enough for that. That looks really nice. Yeah, I won't pick it up obviously because it's wet, but clean the brush and then I'll show you the dome. Okay, so here we have it. The one that you just saw me make is actually drying behind, but I was prepared. I was prepared and had made one a couple of weeks ago ready. So that's what it should look like. That's your glass dome. It does have a few little bubbles in it. It doesn't matter. You can still see through it, so it's okay. And there's the white base. Yep, just a white base. That's how it pops out the mould. So isn't that nice? Creates, oops, a little dome. And I'm sure if you were better at your resin, you'd probably get no bubbles in that, but it doesn't matter. It'll serve its purpose for what we need it for. I don't want it white at the bottom though, so I have got some fake grass, and I have already cut out a circle of the fake grass. Yep, it's handy to have my backyard covered in fake grass last year. Right, so I want that to sit in the bottom of there because I think that'd look nice. It's a nice little touch, isn't it? So I'm going to go to my trusty glue, and I'm going to go for my silicone, my favourite glue, isn't it? I use this for everything. This stuff is brilliant. It is set solid, it's waterproof. You really just can't go wrong with it. Nice big dollops, you know, we're not stingy with this. And this is just, I got this from the hardware store. I think it's about £1.50. You can get it online, get it Amazon, wherever. But that's multi-purpose silicone sealant, clear, waterproof. Yeah, ideal for small jobs, kitchens, bathrooms. But for us, it's craft, isn't it? So, but any silicone sealant that's clear. You know me, I even have the one that you have the gun for. So, yeah, they all work. They all do the same thing. Right. Let's pop that in the bottom there. Make sure that still sits on okay. Yeah, that sits on fine. Yeah. So that little dome there. Right, now what we want to do, that was quick and simple, wasn't it? That was a pain to get out the mould. Because you just have to peel it back. You have to peel the mould back and roll it down. So it was a bit of a pain, but I did it. Nothing broke because it's quite thick. Actually, it's quite a thick mould. It was a bit of a pain, but yeah, it was okay. Right, yeah, that's more or less dry. Let's just move it with the brush just in case it's not quite. Okay, so let's move it there. Right, what we want to do now is some white dots. I don't want to use a brush, I don't think. Not for this glue, not for this paint, sorry, because... Right, just wait a minute, I'm just going to have a look in my acrylic paint box and see if I've got any white acrylic. 1 second. Right, I didn't have any white acrylic, but I've got this enamel paint, and because I've not got the stuff to clean the brushes, I'm not going to use the brushes to put the dots on. I'm going to use the end of paint brushes to put dots on, because I could just wipe those, because I think you need spirit to clean the brushes, and I'd hate to ruin my brushes. Right, so I might even just give it a bit of a stir, because I've not used this for a bit. Just wipe that. Okay. Yeah, just want to put different sized dots all over your mushroom. You know, this is so simple, you don't have to be artistic at all. There's no skill involved in me doing this whatsoever. I don't have painting skills. You know, I've just made it up, really. I had an idea, like I do. You know me and my ideas. And just went with it. You can't get it wrong, because, you know, it can be however you want it to be. If it goes wrong, you just change your ideas and pretend that's what you were doing all along. Right, what do you think? Little dinky one there. Right, let me wipe that. That's done. Stick them back. Okay, can you see that? Little mushroom with the grass and the underneath. I can't pick it up. I don't want to smudge it. But I'll tell you what, let's leave it to dry and then I'll give you a little run through what it looks like. Okay, let's have a look at this now a bit closer. See, underneath I just did those little stripes all the way around just to make it look like the underneath of a mushroom. And then I did the crisscrossing of the brush with the green. Oops, well, that's a bit wet still. A crisscrossing of the brush with the green. Then I painted with red. And then I put white dots on for the top of the mushroom, which is still a little bit wet because that's the only white I had. I didn't have white acrylic, I only had white enamel. So I did say I'd show you the other paints as well. The red and the green, so I need to buy some more acrylic paints, but they're just model paints. Got those ones off eBay. Okay, so here's our dome with our grass glued in. Let's pop our mushroom in the centre. There you go. I don't want to paint it because I don't even know if it had any colour. I can see the eyes are painted, but do you think these were painted? I can't see any remnants of colour, so I wonder if they were just white. I don't know. I mean, I can paint it. I'm not going to stick it on. I'm merely going to place it on. I'm going to place it, oops, on top of the mushroom. There he is. In this little dome. And you know what? I want to do a little label for it. So I'm going to use this. I've got one of these. It makes like little embossing labels. And I want to put in, let me just do it. So, sorry, this is like a new version. I have actually got an original is it Dynamo? One of these, but I saw this new in the shop and I thought, oh, you know, I'll treat myself. Let's cut that one, let's do another. Okay, well, I've got my two little labels here. I've got Mudlarking. Gnome. Can't see, sorry. There you go, gnome. Could be fingers all full of paint and glue. Right, okay, so I want to put that on the dome. I don't want it to cover too much, so down there, down at the bottom. Oops. And if I don't like it, I can always take it off. Right, let's see if I can pick it up without it falling off it. Okay, so there you have it. Mudlarking now. Oops. I think we might just put something underneath him to stick him on there. Just gonna put a little bit of silicone glue, just a tiny bit. Really, let me get that pokey tool. Just want to get a tiny little blob. Just enough to hold it, not enough to go too crazy. Hold him secure. There we go. He's done. Mudlarking. No. Hope you enjoyed that, and thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to press like, don't forget to press that notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And also, if you really enjoyed it and you'd like to support this channel, please don't forget we have the Ko-fi link down below where you can donate the price of a coffee. Thanks for watching. Bye.